Baby, does that take me back? It's been a while since we've done a proper episode of The Joy of Wargaming. My name is John, and I am Mr. Wargaming, and I've been a little bit out of action for a while. For those of you that have been around and paying close attention, we have been going through a little solo game of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Hit the live section, and you can get caught up. We're up to like episode number 27 on that. For a lot of reasons. But for those of you curious, today we're going to go through a couple of unboxings. That's going to be the bulk of the episode. I thought that it's been a while since I've done one of these real episodes, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The first reason, of course, is for those of you that don't know, I suffered a pretty bad eye injury, and I have very little depth perception these days. So I have been around, talking with guys, cheering on the Armchair Dragoons as we do. Look at this great coffee mug. Go to armchairdragoons.com. You can get one of these yourself. They have really slick hockey jerseys with the logo on it too. But with the eye injury, I'm really clumsy. I haven't been able to do any painting. I still have my Equine from Alternative Armies. And by the way, this box that we're going to open, it says it's from Elector. The label says like Elector Studios, but it's really Alternative Armies, alternativearmies.com. And, let's not waste it. Oh, so that's the first thing, right? I got an eye injury. I can't paint. Hard to get motivated to play games, and it's hard to film these because work got busy, and I have very little depth perception these days. Surgery is scheduled for some time. We haven't even scheduled it yet. I've been in and out of doctor's offices. I may get my depth perception back, but that's neither here nor there. The other reason is I have a new hobby. I signed up for the local gym, and I've been doing a lot of strength training over the last 6 months, and I'm within striking distance of being able to bench press my own weight, something I've never been able to do in my life. And at the age of 50 to be able to do that will be a huge kind of, item to cross off my bucket list. So I'm in the gym probably about 4 or 5 hours a week, and I'm loving it. And that 4 or 5 hours a week kind of came out of my hobby budget. I miss it. I miss you guys so much. I miss the miniature wargaming stuff. And so just to kind of stay in practice, I figured it'd be a good idea to... Oh, there's also boring real-world stuff, but who cares about that? Like, work is a little busy and, family stuff and all of that. Anyway, let's take a look. First things first. This comes to us from, for those of you that have been around for a while, you'll remember when we ran 3 or 4 games of The Drifter, a Wild West adventure game, one of the best solo RPG experiences I have ever done. It's a great little hex and not really counter, but it's got a hex map, and you go through the whole thing. It's a bit of a choose your own adventure, but it's got a slick little map in there. I wonder if I can find it here on the fly. Yeah, there's what the map looks like. So you explore, and different times there's like desert and there's mountains, and you can get mining. And I think the one time we won it was because we happened on a farm town, and there was a pretty little lady there that seduced us, and we married in, and we won the game. This comes from the same guy, Glowing Turtle. When you're done watching this, go subscribe to his channel. He's a really good guy. He has done some solo RPG play of his own, and was kind enough to send us a review copy of his latest book called Star Drifter. And this is the first time I've seen this. We, of course, will be making a full video on this book. It looks like it uses kind of the same rule setup. And then what do we have here? That's just, a quantity. So you can get this at Wargames Vault. You can get the PDF, print up your own copy right now, spiral bound it like I did Drifter, or you can get the print-on-demand version of it, which looks a little something like this. Little light on the artwork from the looks of things, but I'm okay with that because that lets my imagination fill in all the gaps. I've been eyeing this for a long time. Get it? Eyeing this. Man, my kids never get tired of those jokes. I like the lack of art because I will be able to imagine my own universe. And I think this is going to wind up being probably the closest experience you'll get to a Traveler campaign outside of a Traveler game. Very excited. Going to start reading that tonight as I wait for Mr. Sandman to pay me a little visit so I can dream of Beowulf free traders. And then I've got my... Ooh, sorry about that. I also have my Pohaku. This is my everyday carry. I wear it in a leather case like that because you never know when you might have a box that needs opening. Remember, kids, cut away from the thumb, cut away from your body. Little safety tip from the one-eyed Jack. And again, live plays, AD&D. We're up to like episode 27, 28. We're exploring the rules, having a great time. I invite you to join along. But in the meantime, there's you got to be smarter than the box there, Mr. Wargaming. This is why I'm not Mr. Unboxing. I don't do a lot of these, but I thought it would be appropriate to fire off a little content. So this... Speaking of alternative armies, their winter mega event starts sometime in the next couple of days. Check it out. 20% off through, I don't know, like Christmas, I guess. Runs for 6 weeks, and you get a free miniature. It's 28 millimeters, so it won't do me much good. But you should go check it out. This is not a paid advertisement, by the way. This is just a fan of the company who's trying to save you a couple of bucks. And let's face it, in these difficult times, we could all use saving a couple of bucks. So this is something I paid for, and I had to get it because one of the things that is so lacking in my hobby, so just there you go, right? This is what comes. Play games, Ion Age. That's on my bucket list. And then alternative armies. A lot of my skeletons and undead and whatnot, prep your resin miniatures for painting, come from alternative armies. They have a really wide selection of 15 millimeter. They're right up there with the Demon World line for that. And one of the things that I don't have a whole lot of in my collection are ruins. You guys have seen that. They have these great little resin models that look a little something like this, and we'll zoom in a little tighter so you can see the detail. Now, you can buy these individual pieces. I went ahead and got a couple of different kits, but I love it. You can, this is a chimney piece for the outside. You've got a couple of, I'm not even going to try to remember what the full, you can buy them individually or as a full kit, and if you order this month, check it out. Enjoy your free gift. You get an extra one of these arches. You get 2 free pieces. So now, and you can arrange these however you want, arrange it to suit. So when we sit down to do some more, I don't know, Rangers of Shadow Deep, right? The Shadow Deep is full of ruins. We can put together a nice little ruin, and you can, put them however you want, right? Put a little chimney there, and there's another room or whatever. But I love this because they're nice and tight. They're small. I'm going to be able to dump these right in the box. They're resin, so they're pretty durable, and then of course they have to be cleaned up a little bit. But then I also got this guy here. I figured I needed one more evil idol. See his nose? There's a bunch of skulls down here on the base. Let's see if we can zoom in on those. So that's gonna paint up really slick. And I don't know about this one because this one looks like he's still wearing a helmet. It looks like skulls that the orcs have placed here as an offering to either Gorka or Morka, whoever this is. And again, it's light, it's resin, it'll be able to dump right in the box with the rest of my stuff. Couldn't resist. It's been on my list of things to buy for a while. I don't know about this guy, but these guys, I think maybe just spray paint them black, dry brush them gray. I may be able to swing that just to satisfy my need to paint something. Which brings us to the last hobby update unboxing stuff that's being added to my 2 paint pile. I still have the 2 millimeter modern stuff that I want to do some Spanish Civil War in. That's something else that's been a bit of a disappointment. I ordered a book from, is it Caliber Books? I don't know. It's been delayed. It was supposed to be out in June of this year. It's been pushed back to April of next year. So that's kind of on hold, the 2 millimeter, like kind of modern interwar period. And, again, until I have depth perception. Oh, I should probably take this off camera just in case there's anything hinky. So this comes to me by way of, and I took the identifying information off because I don't want to dox anybody. One of the fans of the channel, he goes by the name Dart Mart. I'm not going to tell you anything more than that, but he is around the digital water cooler all the time. And just as kind of a thank you for all of the times I've kept him up late at night, well past his bedtime, He had some things that he thought I might be able to get some use out of, and he sent them my way. And I thought, that's really great, man. This is why we do. And I've done this a couple of times too, where I had stuff that I knew I wasn't going to get to it. I had some 28 millimeter old plastic orcs, like 1980 style. And I don't do the big minis anymore. So I sent them to a friend, and he repainted them, and they look really smashing. That's what it's all about, guys. Obviously, he knows what I like, so he sent me some Slingers. Who are these from? Gladiator Miniatures. FE032. Yes. Oh, those are archers, man. Never have too many archers. We got more. Oh, these look like NPCs. Can you see those through the back? Let me take that off, and then we'll kind of zoom in. No, is that that looks like a little dungeon door. This guy's these might be porters, maybe? I don't know. Just fun random stuff. This guy is clearly, no, he looks like an archer too. Yeah, so we got some like villager archers in here. Let's see if we can get a little better look at that. So some fantasy figs and LNG 11. What do we got here? He's a pretty gnarly looking boy. Yeah, oh, so this is going to go good. We got some more guys. I'll be able to paint those up as additional farmers for the medieval army, right? The Broman knights and whatnot. We've got, that's what most of these guys look like. These guys look like more improvised weapons, more peasant rabble. You know, 1 point, they're practically free, and they don't move around a lot, but they're good for holding ground. We got plenty of those guys. I have just enough room in the box. And here's some more. Man, we got a lot of peasant rabble. These guys might work. I don't know, they're a little too medieval. I was gonna say they might work. Look, this guy's throwing a rock. I got a hole. I got a pitchfork. I got a rock. There's your Valentine's Day. There. Hey, look at this guy. He looks like he's ready to take on the whole. Well, I better be careful. I don't want to say anything too modern. We got some more 1550s, and I'll have to check and see. I don't have a lot of Gladiator miniatures in the collection. That'll be fun to see how they paint up and compare to Coruscant. And then these guys, I got to take these out because they're really unique individuals. These guys are going to look great in my science fiction game. We'll have to get back, once we get back on track, we'll get back. Yes, here's a punk with some kind of hand weapon, and here's a guy, he looks like a comm specialist. See, he's got like bunny ears and a helmet, but that's almost like a Valkyrie helmet. He's in a little snub-nosed gun there. He's clearly like a comms expert. I'll have to go to the website and check this out. I always love these. You can never have too many of these guys in your collection. See the guy with the business suit there? He's got the big, like, Fu Manchu mustache. That little bit of flash. That's all right. I'm not even sure where these come from. From the looks of thing on the... This looks like an alternative armies style, actually. That's the way they do that. Is it... who else just puts the product code on there like that? Is it a regular... These don't look like your regular miniatures. If they were regular, they'd be a little bit chunkier. They're a little too thin for that. You know, I got my little baggie so that the police can suspect that I'm dealing drugs, and I'll say, "Oh no, officer, I don't do drugs. I can't, you know, I have way too much money for that. I buy something far more priceless." Yeah, so here's some like cowboy-looking guys, but these are gonna, I say cowboy-looking guys. They got that Firefly look, you know, or Traveler. Get here, flip over, guy. I want to see your face. Yeah, look at those guns. I mean, those are clearly not cowboy guns, right? These are not Wild West. Well, maybe they are Wild West, right? Lots of planets have a West. To borrow a line from some old British TV show about an alien. Lots of planets have a North, was that line. And then, oh yeah, looks like we even got a couple girls in there. That's all right. All right, we don't have a problem with women. We kind of like them around these here parts. And then, is that all of them? Yeah, looks pretty good, right? So I got all kinds of new stuff to add to the pile. I got to get back on the Cobalt wagon. I have a lot of science fiction figures. I got to get back. I need to throw together some more of the. What do you call that game? I like it so much. Shows you how long I've been out of action. Fistful of. Well, what's the science fiction version of that game called? Star Commander? The Fistful of Lead is a wonderful little game. 5-on-5. It's really good for solo play because you can just basically deal the cards out and then you see the order in which the figures go. You're only looking at one figure at a time. So as the conditions changes, as the game state changes, you don't have to worry about it because you're just worried about this guy. And then you see, okay, that guy goes next. Well, what is he going to do given the current game state? So it's really good for solo gaming. I like it. You can play double-fisted, right? Both sides at the same time. because the decision points are really discrete. But remind me again what the science fiction game is. I can't remember. Down in the comments. And again, keep an eye out when I do the one of the things is with my work schedule being so busy and the life schedule being so busy. My work-life balance is great. I'm not under any particular amount of stress right now. But the thing is, with a kid in college and a kid in a band and a kid in homeschool and a kid in a different band, it seems like every weekend we're just kind of like all over the island, like here, there, and I never really know for sure if I'm going to have time to record or not. So what I've been doing is waiting until I say, okay, you know what? I'm going to have like an hour and a half here where I can record. So I'll just throw up a quick note. I'll start up a live stream, I'll throw a note up on Twitter, and I'll say, hey guys, I'm going live. We're going to play some AD&D. And after recording this video last night, somebody sent me a little bit of fan art. These are the German-inspired orcs who have kind of spontaneously become the big bad of the campaign. Thanks, Antanius. These are wonderful. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And it's been a lot of fun. It's a nice, easy, breezy way to make content. For those of you guys that are miniature wargamers and you watch the miniature wargame videos, you know, if you're here for this, you might not realize that the D&D content is so easy. I can totally see why all the scam artists gravitate more towards D&D than miniature wargaming, because you can just kind of turn the camera on and start talking, and people think you know what you're talking about. At least that's been my experience, regardless. And you know, then you just start begging for coins from people, and they're so desperate for validation they start paying you off. You know, not my big thing. I'm just here to spread the good word and have a good time and show people how to play a game that they only think they know how to play. But that's all I got for you today. Check out the live streams. We're going to be doing that at least through the end of the year. There's no chance of me getting surgery until December at the earliest, and probably even not until like early January. So hopefully that happens. And if you're the praying sort, then you know, pray for a good surgery and a swift recovery so we can get back to the good stuff, by which I mean the dice and the miniatures. And you know, if you have any intentions, you know, go ahead and throw a comment down in there. We got a lot of people that I just really like praying for people, okay? And by the way, I'm praying for you.